Aloha, Helena here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel, Ride, Pray, Love, where we are all about uplifting, inspiring, and empowering you with the medicine of the horse, connecting with Source, Gaia, the sun, the moon, the stars, and beyond. And today I was really feeling called to chat about our soul wounds and our soul's work and how this relates to Chiron, the wounded healer, and a body of work that I created called the Chiron Codes. Now, this is a little bit urgent because of what's going on in the planetary alignments. And so I wanted to just make sure you knew about this. And, if you felt called to do the work and or go deeper, I will have an opportunity if you stay with me. But I just wanted to make sure you knew. Okay, so a couple of things in case you're not familiar. Okay, Chiron is the wounded healer archetype. And really, at the end of the day, in a nutshell, Chiron is all about integrating your past wounds, your past trauma, mining the gold and the treasure so that you can then go and help others with what you've learned from your experience, okay? And so, essentially, it's very interesting because the story around how I discovered the Chiron codes literally happened because around 5 or 6 years ago, I was in a dark place around my purpose work and my, just really like feeling lost and confused and depressed. And when we're not, here's something I want you to hear too, when we're not on purpose, when we're not doing our soul's work, not only does it affect, those we're meant to serve, but it also affects our own health, our well-being. It was creating depression and I wasn't showing up. I wasn't, sharing my work. I wasn't making the impact that I desired. And so really, it's so important, I feel, to have this awareness because it was in that process for me when I discovered Chiron. I mean, I had known about the wounded healer in the past, but I really, at that time, was guided to do a deep dive, not only in research everything I could find about Chiron, but also to study my own natal chart in that area. And so what resulted was for me such a powerful healing and integration of my own soul wounds around abandonment and betrayal, and really the discovery, the informing, if you will, of my soul's work. In that I knew that it was such a powerful healing and transformation for me and enlightenment, if you will, in knowing myself at this deeper level around my personal Chiron codes and the way that I'm wired, in terms of not only my gifts, but the way I'm wired to serve. That was so powerful that I knew that I had to share this with others. And so the Chiron Codes work that I do and I offer, and I have helped others, and they have shared with me that it helped really confirm that they were on the right path with their soul's work and give them the confidence to move forward and the clarity. I had another woman who was really kind of questioning her gifts. And, when I shared with her, again, what I discovered in her chart around the Chiron's codes, like it was spot on and it really helped her to own her gifts and her worth. So what I want to say here is, even if you've done some work around your, maybe core wounds and past trauma, but they're not fully integrated, and or if you are in a place where you're maybe either unsure of your soul's work, your soul purpose work, and how you are meant to actually serve others with your gifts, and or maybe you already doing that on some level, but you feel like something's missing, or you want to take it to the next level, then I hope you will stick with me here, because I want to share with you a little bit about what's going on with Chiron and the stars right now, and why I feel it's super important to do this work to not only close out the year, but so you're not bringing this with you into 2022. And so let me chat a little bit more about Chiron. Again, he is associated with the Centaur, half man, half horse. And by the way, we've got on Friday, December 4th, we have the solar eclipse in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is also associated with the Centaur. And so we have all this fiery, Sag energy. And for me, the imagery for this brings up several things. It brings up for me having igniting your sacred vision, right? Around your purpose, around your dreams, around your soul's, desires and goals, right? And allowing your life to be the arrow, allowing the vision to call you forward, allowing yourself to totally line up with that vision so that you can keep moving forward, and allowing even the embodiment and the strength and the power of horse, the spirit of horse, to help carry you forward. And so it is really, really, what do I want to say? Okay, I've got a lot of thoughts going on here. So one, I wanted to read this for you. This card, by the way, is from The Way of the Horse deck by Linda Kohanov. And in here, this is the card for Chiron. And she says, the placement of Chiron in a person's astrological chart is said to indicate a point where she was deeply wounded, she or he, a place that paradoxically holds the seeds of her greatest gifts. And so really, at the end of the day, our soul's wounds informs our soul's work, not only on a daily basis, or, I don't want to say, that might be a little going in off a different tangent, but it informs our soul's work, like what we're here to heal and integrate and work on, okay, whatever that looks like for you. And that in turn also informs our soul's work, especially if we are an intuitive, gifted, sensitive, heart-centered, healer, coach, or guide who is desiring to really help others at this time with their gifts, okay? Excuse me. So the other piece that I want to bring in about Chiron and hang on a second. I'm jumping around a little bit. So I shared that piece around the natal chart and my personal story. I'm going to just take a sip of water here. So what I want to share here is that, let me get my other notes here. If you are, oh, the cosmic vibes. I knew I was forgetting something. Hang on. Sorry, we'll get it together here. Okay. So the cosmic vibes, since July, I want to say it's July 5th of this year, Chiron has been doing the back pedal. In other words, retrograde in Aries. And this past 6 months, okay? And so on the 19th of December, and this month, Chiron is going to actually station direct. So what does that mean? So if we think about Mercury retrograde, anytime we have a planet that is going retrograde, that planet and whatever their themes are, so everyone knows about when it's going retrograde, is actually creating experiences to invite us to slow down and reflect and revisit and kind of realign with whatever their themes are, okay? So with Chiron, because it has to do with layers or other layers, on guessing it, or, you have some doubts, right? Family, whatever, imprints, then this is for you. And I do want to say your soul's work or your soul's could be, to travel. It can be to start a thing. So anyway, if you're ready to, really release and surrender, surrender the past, surrender all of the old, outdated, heavy, maybe even toxic energies that are just weighing you down, making you depressed, that are just weighing you down, making you depressed, making you tired, draining your life force. And so I honestly have very limited that I am offering now to do with those who are feeling called to do this work. And I'm going to be pulling your natal chart. We're going to have private together, right? And so, you know, is very different. It's body centered, it's trauma sensitive, and it's intuitively guided. My own, you know, in gifts and abilities. I'm trying to do anything, but I literally activate your light, your truth, your beauty, and your abundance just by being that speaks to you. Again, this is time sensitive today. As soon as you see this and you feel that better, we're able to help others, right? New level, right? Rise, next level. So I hope that makes sense. Definitely sign up for a chat with me this week.